there is a Twitter feed that is a Twitter beef that is continuing, which came out of nowhere, by the way. So for those that didn't know, Juju Smith-Schuster was voted
He was voted on
MVP. The team MVP voted on by the team.
By the players.
By the players.
Yes.
Okay. So now you could make the argument that, Juju had a great season, but Antonio Brown also had a great season, although it ended very poorly for Antonio Brown in Pittsburgh by, not
when
being
he ditched
there.
his team. Yeah. Exactly.
On more than one occasion. So for whatever reason, that was put out there, and Antonio Brown felt the need to just lay bare all his angst and upsettedness about Juju Smith-Schuster winning that MVP award and doing it with a little bit of an edge would be the nicest way to put it.
Yeah,
it's good we find out, though, because you said Antonio Brown wasn't there on the field for his team in a game in the season, but all this time we had no idea. We were getting mad at the wrong Pittsburgh wide receiver for letting his team down.
So somebody tweeted out as a picture of Juju Smith-Schuster, and it says 2018 Steelers most valuable player, and of course Antonio Brown got tagged in it. So he answered it, and he said, emotion, boy fumbled the whole postseason in the biggest game of the year. Everyone went blind to busy making guys famous. Not enough reality these days. By the way, check the list. So that's what he put out. Again, not prompted, only prompted by somebody tweeting out this picture of Juju Smith-Schuster saying the most valuable player, voted on by the players on the Steelers.
And what he's referring to in the game late in the year against the Saints, Juju had them in a position, I think, either tie the game or win it with a field goal, and he fumbled the reception there, thus really essentially costing them a chance to win the postseason. But it was kind of like, dude, I mean,
so that's where Antonio Brown chose to go.
But you're good. You went from 0 to 30, as Louis Riddick said, in your new contract. You had zero guaranteed money. You got $30 million contract, guaranteed money in your new deal. You got out of there. You got everything you wanted. And he kind of just went all in on there, and Juju Smith responded with his own tweet.
Yeah, he said, all I ever did was show that man love and respect from the moment I got in the league. I was genuinely happy for him, too, when he got traded to Oakland with a big contract, and now he takes shots at me on social media. Crazy how big that ego got to take shots at people who show you love. And he finished off, did Juju Smith-Schuster, with a quote from Mark Twain. He tweeted it out. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Nice ending on that.
Yeah, well, this is, in my estimation, a battle tactic gone awry for Antonio Brown, because while Juju says you never argue with a fool, onlookers may be able to tell the difference, you also don't come at Juju in his arena. He does social media. This is his battlefield. You have now waded into his waters. You're going to fight a shark in a fish tank if you're Antonio Brown right now, and that is a mistake. You are going to lose that battle 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. By the way, Mark Twain is great at this. He has another one, which is one of my favorites that maybe Juju can use next time. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. I mean, that is one of the better ones of all time.
Here's the deal. Antonio Brown, I mean, it's just another one you kind of throw your hands up. And here's the thing about it. I'd want him on my team. I would want him on my team.
Antonio Brown,
absolutely. Because of what he does on the field. Because as I've tried to say over and over and over and over again, doesn't matter if you like the guy. I don't have to hang out with him. There were plenty of guys I didn't hang out that didn't hang out with me, especially if they were on the other side of the ball. Defense will get asked about something on offense. We'll basically say, don't care, go score. That's all we care about. So Antonio Brown, go do your thing on the field. I don't care if you're acting like a little kid on Twitter. Just go score me 15 touchdowns and we're cool. But, man, I mean, so there's the football part of it, and then there's this, what are you doing? What are you doing getting involved in this?
And it all started with Antonio Brown's tweet, keep your emotions off the internet, which 3 hours later after all this, what did I miss?
No, you're right. I mean, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Keep your emotions off the internet, which 3 hours later after this interaction took place, Juju Smith-Schuster responded by tweeting, keep your emotions off the internet.
Well, the other part about this, which is bizarre, at some point, somebody went back at Antonio Brown. And he said, let it go, man. I'm like, you need the one that needs to let this go. Yeah. You're the one that's dragging this thing up when you moved on, and you essentially got everything you wanted.
Yeah. As you flood the internet with your emotions. The irony is not lost. Either Antonio Brown is playing 4D chess, which I highly doubt, or he's just kind of going at this, flying up by the seat of his pants on this one and losing the battle of the internet to a younger, more worthy opponent.
We found out some of the guys, sensitive guys sensitive guys on social media. You know what? They have the rabbit ears. For guys that, because we talked about this with Kevin Durant, all the way to getting a burner account. How do these great players, why are they so sensitive?
Yeah.
All you have to do is say, scoreboard. Look what I've done. And everybody will say, oh, yeah, can't say a damn word about that. But you come out and make yourself look silly and small by doing that, especially when you now butt it up against the unbelievable video of Ryan Shazier, a man who played on your team, was your teammate, who couldn't walk for a while after a hit on the field, trying to work his way back and doing a box jump coming back. And I know they're unrelated things, but they were Pittsburgh Steelers. They were teammates. One's acting like a little kid on social media. After he got, it's like screaming at your parents, I want this, I want this, I want this. And you get everything, and you still act like a little kid. And that's exactly what he's doing while this man in Ryan Shazier, who couldn't walk for a while, is working his ass off to get back on the field and is able to do a box jump. Man, Antonio, you should see that and just shut your face on this stuff and quit hitting send and stay off of social media for a while and maybe think about, maybe you already have, I don't know, just saying, man, my God, Ryan Shazier, what an inspiration you are. And here I am acting like a little kid on social media. It just aggravates me.
In other words, be Herm.
Don't press in.
It's that simple.
I don't see that moment of clarity coming anytime soon.
I don't either.
But this is what happens. This is, I do enjoy watching different generations interact with social media. Like Antonio Brown's, close to my age or a little before, but Juju Smith-Schuster, where he comes up through this, Juju Smith-Schuster has leveraged social media to his advantage in a way that few other NFL players are capable of right now, the way he's grown that. And he's going up against Antonio Brown as someone who comes at this from a little bit of a different angle. And so to watch them both interact with that and how bad it make one guy look while the other guy continues to use it to grow his profile more and more is fascinating in its own way.